So for this, what we're really going to need is just going to be, first of all, something to draw on. So whether it be a sketchbook, a regular piece of paper, it doesn't matter as long as you have something to draw on. Okay? If you have a sketchbook, great. If you don't, that's fine. Doesn't matter what paper you use. If you have to use 2 sheets, use 2 sheets. Okay? Not a big deal. So here I have my sketchbook or piece of paper. I have a pencil sharpener, a ruler, and then I have colored pencils. You can use Crayola if you want. Okay, if you don't have your Prismacolors, that's fine. Use Crayola. If you don't have Crayola and you have another brand, use those. The brand of colored pencil is irrelevant for this. Okay, so use what you have. And then a pen or pencil, whichever you're most comfortable with. I'm going to be using my pen because that's what I'm most comfortable with. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my paper. All right, so just follow along, watch, pause as you need to, but here we go. I'm going to lay out my paper. Okay, so basically what I've done here is I've laid out my different color schemes based off of the pear deck that I had you do at the beginning of this week. And then here you'll notice I put in my different rendering techniques that I have, or modeling techniques: rendering, modeling, line proximity, cross-hatching, scribble. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to wind up having to do or demonstrate these different techniques with these different color schemes. All right, now this whole side is going to be the same color. You're going to use the same color, but you're going to use a different color scheme for it. Okay, but you're going to be creating light to dark. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, and then all of these are going to be rendering, modeling. All right, all these are rendering, modeling, so I want to start simple, and then these over here are going to be these different techniques. All right, but I'm going to keep track of what I do. So here's what's going to happen. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my color, and you could choose a primary or secondary color. It doesn't matter to me what you use. I'm going to go ahead and do blue. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a good point first. All right, and so I'm just going to demonstrate. All right, so that way you could see me doing this, and then I'll pause as I need to. Okay. Okay, for split complementary. Okay, for split complementary, that's going to be a little bit different, right? So when I'm looking at a color wheel here, and I look at blue, and orange is the complement, split complementary is saying that I'm going to be using the 2 colors next to the complement. So since I don't actually have a red-orange, I'm going to be using red with orange. Since I don't have a yellow-orange, I'm going to be using these 2 together. Okay, so now I'm actually starting to use more colors if I really needed to. Okay, and the way that we use this is we choose our main color, which is blue. Then we choose our main support color, which will be either red-orange or yellow-orange. For the purposes of this, I'm going to be using red-orange. Okay. Yellow will be more of a highlight or accent, or if I need it, I'll add it. But for right now, these are the ones that I'm going to be using. Okay? So, this is what it looks like. Okay, now with Analogous, since I'm going to be using blue, I'm going to be using blue-violet and blue-green. Again, since I don't have a blue-violet and I don't have a blue-green, I'm going to be using these two guys, or I'm going to be using these two guys. Does that make sense? Okay, so, and more than likely what I'll do is I'll actually wind up using both of these. So you're going to see that. So pay attention to the demo, okay? With tetradic. Tetradic is a new one for us, right? So with tetradic, basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be using two sets of complements, hence 4 colors. Okay, so since I'm using blue, that means I'm automatically using orange. Now I could use violet and yellow, or I can use green and red. I need to make a decision as to which ones I'm going to use, right? And when I use these, you have a lot of options. So that's a great thing. And then the horrible thing is you have a lot of options. So you really have to make a decision, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to be using my blue and my orange, and then I'm going to be using my red and green. Okay, now I have to make a decision. Which is going to be my main darkening color or colors? I'm not going to use orange because that's what we use in complementary, so I'm just going to move it out of the side. Okay, so now I could use either of these two or both of them. I'm going to make a decision. You know what's going to happen if I use this, right? Okay, if I use this, then it's going to become more of a violet, and so I'm going to have to throw this in. All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing. The point of this is that you're able to actually see the differences from the different value scales, right? So you can see how blue is the same, the highlight is the same, but notice how the dark gets very different based on the different colors you use. You can't always be using black, and that's kind of the point. So that's the first part of this. What I'm going to be doing later is I'm going to be showing you how to do these other ones over here, okay? Have fun.